This is our drone video for the Bryant Creek river tract. The truck is parked about in the middle of the property, and I believe this is a fairly long video, so I probably won't talk the entire time, so everybody won't get bored of my voice, but I'll try to narrate a little bit as we go through, and maybe I will talk the entire time. We'll see how it shakes out. We're looking straight east. You can see the creek in the distance with the bluff on the other side. That creek is the east boundary. It does have actual true frontage on Bryant Creek, really popular creek. If you're familiar with the Missouri Ozarks, you're familiar with Bryant Creek, which flows south and meets up with the North Fork River to form Norfolk Lake. So we're looking east. And it looks like we're going to go a little higher. It was a couple days ago that I took this video, so I don't remember exactly what path we flew with the drone, but we'll see as it goes here. So the property borders, like I said, the creek on the east side, and I think I go way up here and then kind of get a full shot of the property. We'll see in a minute here. It borders the creek on the east side. It borders a gravel county road on the west side, but there's no driveway, there's no approach on that road. So the way that we access the property is a trail that comes in on the east side near the creek. Wow, look at that shadow, big cloud just to the left of the property. I remember that cloud. I was watching it while I was doing this video, and it's kind of spreads right onto the property here. Oh well. Okay, so now we've oriented. So north is up, creek is east, and you can actually, until I move that, you can see the county road. I'm not sure what I'm up to here. Well, now west is up, and that's the county road on the west side. I think I was just trying to get an overview of the whole area here, and maybe I was waiting out that cloud to see if that thing would go away. So a while ago we bought a larger piece of acreage right in this area. At one time it was a family farm. If you look to the left, you can see the actual farmhouse, and that's a good landmark for getting to this property. If you watch the other video, you'll see that, or if you look at the maps, you'll see that. So now we're just kind of slowly heading to the west and dropping down a little bit. On the bottom left of the screen, you see the ugly looking pile. That's actually just a burn pile that our guys are cleaning out the house right now. There was a bunch of old stuff in there, books and boxes and stuff, and they piled it up there to burn it, and then they'll haul off the debris or bury it or whatnot. But so if you see that eyesore in the aerial video, that's what that is. It's not some monstrous garbage dump, it's just a big burn pile. Okay, it's not on the property, by the way. It's south of the property. You can't see it from the property. Okay, so right in the middle is that county road on the west side of the property, and like I said, there is no approach or driveway off that. You could definitely put one in if you wanted access off of that county road. It is steep off the county road. It drops down, but you could definitely get a driveway in. A couple days with a little bulldozer or with a skid steer could take care of that. You'll see that other than the meadow, the property is just covered with mature timber, all different types, and we're talking some really good sized timber trees, well over 100 years old. Some big walnut trees on this property, all kinds of big trees, but walnuts are quite valuable. There are some huge cedar trees on this property, and it can be tough to find big cedars, but there are some big cedar trees. So now we're kind of hovering over the county road, and we're looking easterly anyway. Now we're looking about east, and the truck, of course, is parked on the property. We've got power coming directly over the property, and we'll fly over that power line in a moment here. looks like I dropped down a little bit first. For some of the shots, I want to get right at tree level, but on the little screen, when you're piloting this drone, you can't tell how close you are to the tree. And if you clip a limb, it's kind of game over for the drone. So I didn't want to get too close. But we are at the extreme west side of the property. We're looking to the east. If you just look at the different leaves, I mean, you can tell we have so many different species of properties out here. It's just really cool. Species of properties, did I say? Species of trees would make a lot more sense. So now we'll fly over the trees. We're heading east. And I believe I'm headed to the creek. So like I said, it slopes down from that county road where we just started just now, and then starts to rise back up to where the truck is parked, which is about the highest part of the property. As we hit the meadow, you'll see that power line. We'll fly right over that. So power is directly on the property. Phone appears to be at the county road on the west side. There you can see the power line. Excuse me. I did not have good cell service out here. Might have to get a booster. We took our vacation a few weeks ago at a place that had little or no cell service, and we bought a booster from Best Buy for a couple $100 and set that up, and that really worked well. So now we're looking east. Where the truck is parked, I mean, you've got many potential building sites or campsites. If you wanted to do a big, full home, that would be a good site right there. You'd take advantage of that view. You'd have the level area for the yard. A lot of people, probably including myself, would like to build closer to the creek, and you have that option as well, and we'll see that in just a moment. Geez, it looks like I'm about to crash into that tree. There we go. Huge, just trees of every size and shape on this property. It's amazing. Big timber on the property. You can see a truck there to the right. That is actually just off the property. That is on an adjoining property. So I'm not sure why I'm flying over that. On the left side of the screen, it's still the property. There we've got some more walnut trees. So we're actually just a few feet south of the property. But we'll get to the creek in a moment, and you'll be able to get a good look at the property itself. So there's Bryant Creek. Big, beautiful bluff across the creek. Just gorgeous. Just a pristine, picturesque area. It's hard to even describe the feeling of standing out there on the creek, on the actual sand beach. Gravel areas as well, but there are some areas of just thick, gorgeous sand. And that's a pretty spot on the creek where the water kind of meanders off to the left and creates a big hole. Great for swimming. Look at that crystal clear water. The water was low when we took this video. It hadn't rained for several weeks actually, so the water was low. So there we go. There's the approach the guys just did down to the creek. And I'm panning back to the west. Oh, now I'm facing south on the creek. And now we'll go back to the west, I believe. Oh, there we go. So that's the actual little approach right down to the creek itself. And I actually could have driven my truck right up into the creek if I wanted to, but that'd be a dangerous play because I'm sure it gets soft. Certainly too soft for a vehicle once you get into that sand. What we're looking at now is a separate creek access on the adjoining property. But still very, very private with the thick trees. You could have multiple options for building or camping on this property and just not see any of the neighboring properties. So pretty. Okay, what am I up to here? So that's just looking up the creek, basically upriver. I did walk a little bit up the river because the guys that were out there working, they had told me that they found a couple other really good swimming holes, and so I went and checked those out. The water was beautiful, I mean crystal clear. It was actually fairly warm, which was great. So now we're coming down. You can see that sand. I mean, it's amazing, that sandbar out there. And this could look different from year to year. There might be a flood that comes through next year and it could change the river a little bit. You might have a big swimming hole right at the property, or it could move that gravel bar or sandbar. It's real live water, so it is dynamic. It changes year to year. Looking to the west now, up toward the guys put in a small cleared site on the east side of the property. I believe we fly over that right now. So the way we get to the property is by taking the trail more toward the east side, past the farmhouse, and it crosses right over the east side of the property. Very low traffic road. Just 3 or 4 property owners that would ever use that, and they all use it recreationally once or twice a year. Okay. So now we're panning down on the right side, toward the right side. There we go. You can see it's actually a tractor that we're almost directly over. We're going to drop down and have a look at that. So that is one small clearing on the east side of the property. And in a pickup truck, you can pull right up onto that by taking that access road on the east side. The guys just went in there and mowed that. For some reason, I don't know if it was too bright for the camera, but it looks like almost like dirt. That's actually nice, good grass there. I don't know why it looks like dirt. So looking west again, and I believe now we kind of slowly fly back to the truck and land here in a moment. Okay, we're going to spin around and check out the creek again. Walnut trees everywhere. They have very distinctive leaves, long, thin leaves. Wow, look at that. That bluff is awesome. I mean, you've just got to come and really experience this property to see what it's all about. It's so nice out here. Having the power, such a secluded river property, to have access to power is more or less unheard of. So it's pretty fantastic. Going straight up, you can see the sandy beach, you can see Bryant Creek, you can see the open site where the tractor's parked. Super, super nice for camping, for a home, for a cabin. There's the truck on the right side of the screen. That's not a road or anything that the truck is parked on. That just happens to be where the guys had the mower going on the tractor and mowed that swath. I couldn't tell you why exactly, but it's not a road right there where the red truck is parked. Looking basically west, I guess, on Bryant Creek. Gorgeous area. A lot of history in this area. Civil War battle that took place right in this area. I believe just a little bit north on Bryant Creek, like probably to the south end of the battlefield, was on or very close to the property. People do find Civil War artifacts out here. Now we're coming down. I believe we'll come down toward the truck. Actually, there's only about 30 seconds left of the video, so it's going to end here. But check us out at InstantAcres.com. You can email us at sales@InstantAcres.com. You can call us in the office at 417-882-3400. All the properties on our website are available for $500 down, so they sell quickly. This may be gone already by the time you view the video, but you just never know. So get a hold of us, and we'd love to work with you on a property.